This is the UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Back here at the arena in San Juan for Sunday's version of a doubleheader, FEU and UE in the first game. Later on, Adamson and LaSalle. The first set is already done. And after a little bit of a glitch towards the end of the game, UE pulling it off. Not by their own merit, though. FEU committing that service error. Good timeout, though, by UE. So halting that momentum and forcing the error in a way.
That's right. Actually, it was such a waste for FEU. I'd like to talk about FEU.
Yes,
UE won that, but you know, FEU for them, it was such a waste. They had to catch up. It wasn't an easy job. They were at 17. They managed to pull it off to get to a 22. But yun nga, nasayang, no? Yung momentum in that last service from Vargas had to go out.
One of the most taken for granted shots in volleyball and overlooked. The importance sometimes of that. The serve sailed out, giving UE the first set 25-22. But a little bit of momentum for FEU going into the second set should be good for their confidence.
But not to take away anything from UE, of course. They were off to a very strong start. It was just they were not able to sustain that same momentum towards the end.
Yeah, they were able to build a good enough lead, which is always a good cushion. Whenever teams are trying to catch up. And 5 straight points by FEU got them within 2, but not enough, as you mentioned.
Well, in terms of, if you look at the numbers in set number 1, it's very close. Looking at the attacks, about 10 points for UE, 9 for the Lady Tamaraws. In the service department, just the same also, almost even at 4 points for UE, 5 for the Lady Tamaraws. Number of errors, halos pareho lang din. So parang naghabulan lang talaga both UE and FEU.
You know, Vargas, when she gets a perfect set, it's almost unstoppable.
Yeah. There's power and wrist action as well.
If it's perfect, hindi pa siya nakaka-adjust pag hindi perfect.
And I guess that's something that she would learn over time.
1-1 here. Second set. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla. Jessica Mendoza and Patch Cansana also working this and the second game later on. Raul Del Campo at the helm of this one. Speaking of Jessica, let's check in with her.
Boom, the Lady Warriors are still encouraged coming into the second set. And it seems that they understand that this has to be the game to end their losing streak. Coach Vangie De Jesus insisted earlier, we need to win. Kailangan nila kayanin. She added that having LaSalle as their first opponent after Christmas break didn't do much for the girls' self-confidence, and a win today could be very helpful for team morale for the remainder of the season. In the huddle, she told the girls, tulungan lang yan, huwag pababayaan. Sinabi ko na sa inyo ang mga kailangan niyong gawin. Boom and Ann?
That's what Ann was talking about. You look at your schedule, you see the teams that you can possibly win over, have better chances of winning over. And this is one of them for UE. And even for FEU. If they're going to try to put 2 wins together, this is their chance. 2-2. Sumbol. This girl can jump even vertically, and kahit wala masyadong buwelo, kaya tumalon. Yan na naman siya. Yeah, perfect form too. This girl in the next couple of years gets in perfect condition, physical condition, if Vargas pummels that one outside.
Point for UE.
The talent for FEU is never a problem. They've never been a school lacking in talent. They won't be as winning. They have a winning tradition themselves.
A lot of championships already to their name.
He's on again. This is what I was talking about.
Blocking.
The predictability really, FEU already knows that when, the first option for a set would already be D-zone. And bantay na. Makes it a lot easier for the blockers of FEU.
Now Vargas serving. 3-all.
They actually hesitated because she jumped already. Nahawakan niya yung bola. Let's take a look at that again.
She has actually had a lot of reception errors today. Misjudged a lot of balls, short and long.
And that was one of the reminders of Coach Vangie. Magandang reception dapat.
So net block.
Point for
Again,
FEU.
Dizon was their first
4
option.
touches on UE.
Blockers were there. Vargas continues to serve with the lead now. 4 serving 3. She serves a floater. Sometimes may bagsak yung bola nito eh. And then it just drops like that. No spin at all. Brida, wide.
It's outside. Another
Hard.
point
That's
for
another
FEU.
hard thing to execute. To try to go for an angle when you're in the middle.
Because you have short,
Oo.
the area is already shorter.
Kailangan dyan eh, either matangkad ka or mataas ka tumalon talaga. Like yung mga Pao Soriano, yan, gusto
That's right.
nilang gawin yan. Check in with Patch Cansano now. Patch?
Yeah, despite being a very young team, Coach Ness did say that they are now mature than before. Mature in such a way that they learned that they need to fight harder when they start committing errors compared to before, that they start to lose their energy once they can't get a point. Well, that was an almost good run for FEU in the previous set. That's why Coach Ness said na kaya naman natin silang sabayan, wag nyo na lang ilayo ang score. Specific reminders from him: improve on receives, and do not do single blocking coverage. Instead, he wants a tighter defense at the backcourt because the open spiker of UE keeps attacking in that area. Bumanan?
Huge, something to build on the success of the first set, and that's what they're doing. Off speed, and Sumbol taking it. Henson now.
Oh, no coverage for UE.
What FEU
First
fans here
technical
behind us
timeout.
into this game. Again, the encouragement from the captain, Morada, as they go into the lead for the first technical timeout. Back at the arena. In San Juan, play continues, and
Point for
an error
UE.
on the block by Henson to stop their surge, to give a point to FEU.
Now to serve Kimberly Dizon.
4 serving 8. UE taking set number 1, by the way. I think we go back to Magsumbol. That's 4
Another
touches.
point for the Lady Warriors. 4 touches on FEU.
And she's a joy to watch. That jump of hers, that hop of hers.
And you know that when she approaches, she's really into it. And she's
Correct.
gonna give it her all.
That's a great find by Morada. Again, from the back row. May angulo pa.
Looking for that corner.
Catching the libero of UE off guard. Magsumbol now at the back line serving. Rosales is in the front line now. Morada says, kaya-kaya. Henson now.
Inside for
Check ball.
Dana Henson.
Apparently, check ball.
Lucky one for Henson.
They disagree though. Let's look at it again.
Hard to tell.
Henson is so skinny. I just have to put it out there. It's amazing that she can, you know, like swing at the ball like that. There are some people like that though. Like they
Rosales.
seem chubby, but they're very fast or very agile. They can play basketball, they can sprint. And then there are the skinny ones who have power, even if, although she obviously has a lot to develop in terms of power, but may basic power na.
Side service error.
There's something to work with, in other words.
Yep.
Hindi very frail. Remember Nepomuceno when she started out
Oh,
also
yeah.
as a rookie. Skinny also,
Serving major
without power
loss.
even.
But
Look
you
at
know,
her now.
those are the things that you develop
Yeah.
over time through conditioning, summer training, yung weights and all that.
Maganda ang gym sa FEU, ah.
Yes. Very good facilities.
Yes, look at that.
Morada
With an extra stare down. As they lead by 6 now. Oh, FEU feeling confident here.
Everything is going well for them. And you know, this is the difference between how FEU is taking on this game as compared to UE. FEU, you'll see, has more variety when it comes to offense. They have
Dami. Oh.
better defense at this point, while UE is struggling a bit when it comes to reception and defense. And on top of that,
Point
they
for
only have
FEU.
Rosale and
Two
Dizon
hit-ons.
to go for offense.
FEU, they're all new, but they all, at least 5 of them can attack. Except for the center, of course, si Giselle C. For FEU, who He's also a rookie. Wow, simple.
Another ace, the 11th of the game.
This is what is making things difficult for UE. They can't even set up a play from a service.
Dami nilang reception error dito.